Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's go, man. It's time for the final NFL division predictions. And tonight we got the NFC North. You ready, Jossie?
Yeah, I'm ready. What's up, everyone? Hello. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Smack that thumbs up. It is, what's today, Tuesday?
Yeah, it's Tuesday, Josh. Yeah.
It's Tuesday. We got one more record prediction to go through, and that is my division. What's up, Georgie?
What's up, George?
What's up, Lore? What's up, Micah? Joe Brown? Baloo? What's up, Mofo?
Mofo.
CPO? Zachary? Diogo? What's good, man? Hello.
What's up?
Hope you all had a good day.
Yes, sir. Let's go. What's up, Diogo? Good to see you guys here on this Tuesday. Like Josh said, hit that like button, baby. It's going to be a fun night, baby. Let's go.
The NFC North. We come down to this last division for our record predictions. We got an interesting division on our hands because what is it really going to look like this year? Mm-hmm. I mean, you have the Detroit Lions, who surprised a whole lot of people last year. Dan Campbell is a great coach. A lot of expectations for them this year. They got rid of DeAndre Swift. They bring in Jahmyr Gibbs, who they drafted. Great choice. Amon-Ra St. Brown has been a stud. Jameson Williams, he's going to be suspended for the first 6 games. Yep. Jared Goff looked really good last year for the Detroit Lions. So a lot of expectations for them. The Minnesota Vikings, they got rid of a whole lot of veterans during the offseason. Guys like Dalvin Cook, who's now with the New York Jets. Mm-hmm. They drafted Jordan Addison, who pairs up nicely with Justin Jefferson. Mm-hmm. And TJ Hawkinson's good weapons over there for Kirk Cousins. Alexander Mattinson, he's going to be the guy now in the backfield. I think he's going to be very serviceable for them. Mm-hmm. And then you got the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers is gone. He's no longer with the Packers. What are they going to be this year? I think their upside depends on how well Jordan Love performs.
Yes, sir.
I don't think there's much question about their defense. It's pretty damn good. Mm-hmm. Their running back situation is really damn good with Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. Christian Watson I really like as a wide receiver as well. So you know, it really depends on Jordan Love and how he progresses throughout the season this year for Green Bay. For the Chicago Bears, you know, the rebuild was going strong after the last season. Ryan Poles made a whole lot of moves. We made a lot of free agency moves, especially at the linebacker position. I really like our linebacking core. The offensive line, getting Nate Davis, bringing him from Tennessee, drafting Darnell Wright, which I was perfectly fine with. Investing on that offensive line, making that big trade, getting DJ Moore into our wide receiving core, which was one of the worst last year. DJ Moore paired up with Darnell Mooney, Chase Claypool, bringing Robert Tonyan in to pair up with Cole Kmet, who had a really nice season last year. Now, Justin Fields has weapons, and he has an offensive line that should be better so long as they're healthy. And that's the big question about the offensive line. How healthy is it going to be? I mean, it's already kind of banged up a little bit. Tevin Jenkins is not going to play for the first month of the season. Yeah. We had to go make a trade with the Dolphins last night. We brought in was Dan Feeney from Miami as a depth move.
Okay.
So I think Fields is going to have a fantastic year. Him and DJ Moore have a great connection. Sure. I think Cole Kmet is going to continue to look good like he did last year. Khalil Herbert, he's now the head running back. Behind him is Deontay Foreman, who fits in nice with the Chicago Bears. Mm-hmm. And then Rashawn Johnson, who we drafted, who was the backup to Bijan Robinson out in Texas. Mm-hmm. I really like this kid a whole lot, and he could eventually be the guy in the backfield, probably sooner rather than later. That's how good and how much potential he has as a running back. On the defensive side, our biggest question mark is our defensive line, our pass rushing. We did pick up Yannick Ngakoue. We'll see how that plays out. Mm-hmm. But our linebacking core, I think it's really solid. And our secondary, I think, could be really good this year. So NFC North is really up for an interesting season, man. You know, because if Jordan Love does play very well, if the Bears play very well, especially with Justin Fields, and we keep him protected, man, I mean, they could make this really interesting division. It might not be Lions division or the Minnesota Vikings, which is what most people have going into this year. It's between the Vikings and Lions. It could be a lot more muddied than that.
Yeah, this you exactly took the words out of my mouth, man. This division is absolutely open for grabs. It's awesome to see a change of scenery, potentially having maybe the Bears and the Lions be the top two, man. I'm really looking forward to breaking down this division.
I think it's going to be a fun division.
Yes.
Very fun. Very fun. So let's kick this off because we have another live stream happening later tonight at around 8:20 Central Standard Time. We got the Giants taking on the Cincinnati Reds.
Yep.
It's a Triple J show. Me, Rocha, JB Taylor. So that stream is happening later tonight. So tune in for that. So let's start things off with the Detroit Lions.
All right, let's go. Let's see.
Let's go with the Detroit Lions first, Roach.
Okay.
So let's pull up your Lions and have at it.
All right, so the Lions get to open up the season in the first game of the year. Me and Josh will be in person in Texas streaming this game, man. It's going to be a fun one. I do think the Lions fight to the very end, but I do think the Chiefs beat them. But it'd be really fun to see the Lions win this game. Week 2 in a rematch of an absolute shootout last year. I think it was like 54-45 or something. Lions and Seahawks this time. The Lions take down the Seahawks and win. And then they stay at home and they actually lose to the Falcons. They get all those points against the Seahawks and then kind of get shut down by the Falcons the next week. And then on a short week.
Wait. I'm confused. You lost me. You have the Lions losing to the Falcons, but I thought you hate the Lions. I thought you hate the Falcons.
I do, but every team has that loss that you're like, wow, they lost that game.
I thought we were the biggest haters on the Falcons in YouTube.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I guess I'm not.
Oh, well. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Let's do the Thursday night football game and Lambeau Field. It's going to be a tough game. I do have the Lions dropping 2 in a row. I just think that short travel is going to get them. Week 5 against the Carolina Panthers. They come back home. They bounce back off that 2-game losing streak for me, and they beat the Carolina Panthers. Then they go into Tampa Bay, and they make it 2 in a row. They should be able to handle the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then they face the Ravens on the road, and the 2-game win streak does come in the end. Ravens are a better team, in my opinion. I think they get the job done. And then they face the Las Vegas Raiders. And on Monday Night Football, that should actually be a really fun game. Monday Night Football, the Lions do take it. They're going to the bye week here in a pretty good shape. I'd say they're in pretty good shape at 4-4. Coming out of the bye week against the Los Angeles Chargers. And I'm going to actually have them lose that game. It should be a fun one. I think that's a game they could win. But, I mean, they know how much their fan base are not going to take over that stadium like other teams do. And then week 11 against Josh's Bears at home. I do have the Lions beating the Bears, but it should be another really fun game. And then Thursday, I believe this might be the Thanksgiving Day game. Yes, this is a Thursday Thanksgiving game. They clap back at the Packers at home on Thanksgiving and beat them. And then the Lions will go into New Orleans. This should be another really, really fun matchup. And I think the Lions pull off the upset to go in New Orleans. They beat them. Derek Carr versus Jared Goff. I got the Lions winning that game. And then the Lions go into Chicago, and the Chicago Bears do split with the Detroit Lions. Then they face the Denver Broncos back at home. They beat them. They face Minnesota for the first time in week 16. They lose there, and a really fun matchup against the Cowboys, a high-scoring match. They will lose that one. And in week 18 at home, which just could be for the division, I got the Lions beating the Vikings. I got them at 9-8. I'll scroll all the way up, but I definitely think there's some games they can win there. All right, give me 9-8 for the Lions.
9-8 for the Detroit Lions. We have a $10 donation.
Bobby Cox, Josh, I am not counting the Lions out for the first game against the Chiefs. If the Chiefs make mistakes or the Lions play very well, they could win or it would be close, so I'm not counting them out.
Okay. It's a great test for them right out the gate. It's a tough one. It's a damn good tough one against the Kansas City Chiefs on the road. But if they were to win that Week 1 matchup to open the season against the Chiefs, I mean, that's huge. That'd be huge. Everyone's gonna really start to take notice, even more so. So thank you so much, Bobby. Appreciate you, man.
Let's go.
Okay, now that's Rocha's. Let's go to my record predictions for the Detroit Lions. So for opening night, I'm going to go with Kansas City. Week 2, give me Detroit. Week 3, over the Falcons, I'm sorry. Give me Detroit. Thursday Night Football in Lambeau Field. Give me Detroit on the road.
Woo!
So 3-game win streak for the Lions. Week 5, I'm going to take them over. Oh, wait, wrong one. Week 5, I'll take them over the Panthers. Week 6, that's going to be a dub. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-game win streak for the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
Week 7, taking Baltimore. I will take Lions over the Raiders on Monday Night Football.
Okay.
Off the bye week, I'll take the Chargers. I'll take Detroit against my Bears at home. I'll take Green Bay to split the season and win this time on Thursday Night Football. Week 13, give me the Saints. Bears win their home game. Lions beat the Broncos at home. That's a Saturday game. Week 16, I'll take the Minnesota Vikings at home. Give me the Cowboys. And the Lions end the season with a split series with Minnesota, bringing my record for the Detroit Lions to 9-8, which is what they were last year. I see some tough games on this schedule. I have them being a pretty rough road team in my record predictions. But I'd say their ceiling is probably my ceiling for the Detroit Lions will be 11, 12 wins.
Yeah.
Will be my ceiling for the Detroit Lions. I'll give them 12. My floor, I'll say 6. 6 wins for the Lions.
Yeah, Jared Goff goes back to his ways. We saw him the last few years. They definitely could lose only win around 5 or 6 games.
Yeah. So our total, my floor is 7. Ceiling is 11. Rhea says, my ceiling for the Lions is 11 and the floor is 7. Okay. Oh, whoa. Jinxie, you guys want to go? Hey, what's up, Nina Turner?
Nina, how you doing?
Imagine the Lions blow out the Chiefs. Cooey.
Brag.
So 9-8 for Detroit. That's respectable.
Yes, sir.
Next, let's do Green Bay. Let's do Green Bay next.
Okay.
Let's do the Packers.
The Packers.
All right, Roach.
All right, so it's a brand new era. And Green Bay, like Josh has mentioned, it's the Jordan Love era. Let's see what I got to go in here in this brand new era. It starts off week 1 against the Josh's Bears at Soldier Field. And I got the Bears winning in week 1. I think Fields will outperform Jordan Love. And the Bears do beat the Packers to open up the season. Week 2, they go to the Falcons. I'm a Falcons hater, sorry to say it. And they beat the Falcons on the road. Finally, the back home here for the home opener. The Saints are probably a better team than the Packers this year, but I think they're going to be expired. Jordan Love wants to win the first home game of this year, and they do beat the Saints. They make it 2 in a row as they stay at home on Thursday Night Football, and then they go into Las Vegas on Monday night, 2 straight primetime games for the Packers, but I do got them dropping this off their 3-game winning streak. Week 6 is a bye week for them. Then they go into Denver to take on Sean Payton and the Broncos, and I do think the Packers drop that one. Week 8 against the Vikings at home. I actually have the Vikings beating them in a Lambeau Field in a little bit of an upset. Then the Rams come into Lambeau Field, and they lose 2 straight at home. I think this is one of the worst losses of the year. Again, an up and down year for the Green Bay Packers. And then they go into Pittsburgh, and they beat the Steelers coming off that 4-game losing streak, and they finally end it, and they beat the Steelers. Then week 11, back at Lambeau Field, Justin Herbert comes in and says, nah, Jordan Love, you ain't winning. They lose to the Chargers. Then in week 12, they lose to the Lions on Thanksgiving. Hey, Bobby the $5 donor. Remember, Josh, it's the Donkeys for Broncos. Other nicknames are the Peckers, the Pastries, the Regineers, the Laters.
Can I just call them the Hee-Haw?
The Hee-Haws.
All right, so the Packers take on the Hee-Haws. There you go.
Thank you,
Bobby.
Woo, week 13, the Super Bowl champions go into Green Bay. The Chiefs, I think, even though the Green Bay Packers have a good good defense, I think the Chiefs are just too much for them. Week 14 against the New York Giants, I do got them losing that game as well on Monday Night Football. I think Danny Dimes runs over them a little bit too much. Week 15 against the Buccaneers, they bounce back with a win. Week 16, they lose to the Panthers. Week 17, they go into Minnesota and they clap back. They're in Minnesota. They clap back. And in week 18, to finish off against the Bears, I do got the Packers splitting with the Bears, Josh, for a 7-10 up and down season for the Packers.
7-10.
Yes, sir.
All right. Here's my record predictions for the Green Bay Packers. Again, I want to say Green Bay is still going to have a really damn good defense. Good running back field. They have a lot of potential in the wide receiving core, especially Chris Watson, Romeo Dubs, however you say his name. He looks pretty good.
Yes, sir.
For me, this season really just hinges on the shoulders of Jordan Love. I could really see him going out there and losing them games.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe he goes out there and wins some games. And if that happens, well, then they got a ton of upside.
Yes, sir.
Kind of similar to Chicago. Like, these are two teams going into this season that I feel like have a ton of potential upside. But anyway, All right. So week 1 against the Bears. Give me Justin Fields whooping that ass here at home in Chicago. Chicago Bears week 1. Week 2, I'll take the Falcons in an upset. Week 3, I like the Saints. They're a better football team, in my opinion, than Green Bay. Although this could be a really good game. Good defensive matchup here. Week 4, I already gave it to Detroit. Week 5, Monday Night Football. I'll take the Packers over the Raiders. Out the bye week against the Hee-Haws, I'll take the Hee-Haws. Week 7, against Minnesota at home, I'll take Minnesota. Week 9, give me the Rams. Week 10, this is a tough matchup for that offensive line and Jordan Love. I can see him running for his life. I don't know, maybe he could pull some rabbits out of his hat. I think the Steelers are going to win this game at Heinz Field. Week 11, against the Chargers, I'm taking LA. Week 12, Thursday Night Football, I already gave it to Green Bay. Week 13, the Chiefs are going to kick their ass, Rocha. It's going to be brutal week 13.
Damn.
Brutal. Week 14, Monday Night Football. This is a good matchup. I'll take Green Bay to win on the road. Week 15, give me the Packers against the Bucks. Week 16, I have them over the Panthers. Week 17. Do I do it? All right, I'll give Green Bay the win here.
Okay.
Week 18, I'll give Green Bay the win here. So they finished strong on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-game winning streak. The Green Bay Packers finished strong. In my opinion, I'm thinking Jordan Love struggles out the gate. And then if he were to progress nicely, I could see them finishing the season strong. So that gives me a 7-10 record for the Green Bay Packers. Like I said, if Jordan Love ends up being really solid this year, more than serviceable, I could see them up to 11 wins, 11 wins, 12 wins. And I say their floor is, but I'll say their floor is 6 or 5.
Yeah.
So I'm closer to their floor because I want to see what Jordan Love is going to do. So there you go. 7-10 for me.
All right, let's go, baby.
Next up, let's go with the Minnesota Vikings.
All right.
Hey, what's up, Yvette?
Yvette, how you doing tonight?
Next up, the Vikings.
The Vikings.
Yes.
All right, so it potentially looking like Kirk Cousins' final year. They did win the division, losing to the Giants last year in the playoffs. Let's see what they do this year. So here in week 1 against the Buccaneers, they should be able to handle them. That could even be an eliminated pick if people want to go with that. They should be able to handle them. Week 2, we already know they always get hammered by the Eagles. That's a Thursday night primetime game. Yeah, give me the Eagles by like 50 points. Week 3, back at home against the Chargers. I do think Justin Herbert goes in there and gets the job done. And the Vikings start the season, 1-2. And then they go into Carolina. They get the job done there, and they beat them. And in week 5 against the Kansas City Chiefs, it should be a very high-scoring game. But I think the Chiefs' offense is better, a little bit better. So give me the Chiefs. Week 6 in Chicago, I do got the Bears beating the Vikings. It should be a really fun matchup. Week 7, Monday Night Football against my 49ers. I actually have Minnesota winning that game. That's a long trip for the 49ers. I think Minnesota comes back off that, 2-game losing streak, and they do beat my Niners at home. I got the winning on the road in Green Bay to make it 2 in a row. Then they go to Atlanta. They do beat the Falcons. And hey, there you go, 3-game winning streak. But that shit comes to an end as New Orleans goes into Minneapolis, and they do win that game.
What's up,
Week
Jay?
11. Hello. What's up, bro? How you doing, Jed? Week 11 against the Yeehaws. And in Denver, I actually do got the Denver Broncos winning that game, although this is a very winnable game for the Minnesota Vikings. And in week 12, primetime, Monday Night Football against the Bears. I got the Vikings and Bears splitting, and the Vikings go into the bye week with that win against the Bears. Pretty good bye week. Then they go into Las Vegas to beat the Raiders and make it 2 in a row, as I just think Kirk Cousins will outperform Jimmy Garoppolo. And then next up against the Bengals, and I actually have them getting their biggest win of the year. They go into Cincinnati with the momentum. They ride it. They make it 3 in a row. They make it 4 in a row in week 16, lose to the Packers in week 17, and then lose in what will probably be the game for the division against the Lions. And I also have Minnesota at 9-8 for the year.
What's up, Jake? What's up, Corey? So you said 9-8 for Minnesota Vikings.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now for myself, Minnesota off the hop with a win. Taking Philly. Give me Minnesota week 3. I'll take Vikings over the Panthers. Give me the Chiefs. Vikings beat the Bears week 6.
Ooh, okay.
49ers win week 7. Minnesota, I already have that as a win. Week 8 over the Packers. Week 9, they beat the Falcons. Week 10, they beat the Saints in a really good matchup right there. I'll take the Donkeys. Give me the Broncos. Week 12, Monday Night Football against my Chicago Bears. The lights are bright. You know Kirk Cousins is going to fold like a lawn chair. Give me Justin Fields to cook that ass.
Okay.
Off the bye week, you got the Raiders. I'll take Minnie. Week 15, give me Joe Burrow. 16, give me Vikings. And then a loss to Green Bay and a loss to the Lions, which brings my record to 9-8. Now, the thing is with the Minnesota Vikings for me this year is that they lost a lot of veteran pieces during the offseason. They got some younger guys who could be real studs. So Minnesota, I keep saying this a lot with the NFC North predictions. A lot of upside, because that's what this division is. It is a lot of upside. There's no elite team in this division. There just isn't right now. Not right now. Not Detroit. As hype as people are on Detroit, they're not some elite team. I don't see them that way. They still have yet to be an elite team. So I think this division has a ton of upside. That's what Minnesota has. That we already know what their offensive weapons are going to be, but what about their defense? And when it comes down to close matchups, can Minnesota swing it in for a win? Because sometimes they tend to fold like lawn chairs when a game gets really close and on the line late in the games. So I'll go with a 9-8 record for Minnesota. My ceiling, I would say, is 12 wins. Yeah. My floor, 7.
Yep. I like
which
that.
Has been a recurring theme in this NFC North predictions.
Hey, Mr. Bobby Cox, $5 donor. Also, it's the Seahawks, not the Seahawks. The Taters, not the Titans. One more, the Rex, not the Rockets.
The Rockets, not the Rockets.
The Rockets.
I like that, Bobby. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. What's up, Suns Valley Podcast?
It's just beer down.
It's bad down. Good to see you guys, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, Roach, there's only one team left, and that is the Chicago Bears.
Let's go.
Yeah, Bears. Let's go with the Chicago Bears, Roach.
All right. So the Bears with Justin Fields going to be a good season for him, man. I got them, like you guys said, beating the Packers in week 1. And in week 2, they go to Tampa Bay. They're a better team than the Bucs. They'll start the season 2-0. Then they run into Patrick Mahomes and company, and Mahomes ends that 2-game streak to start the year. Then back at home against Denver, I got the Bears starting the season 3-1 as they barely escape the Denver Donkeys. Then, just like last year on Thursday Night Football, I actually do got the Commanders. It just feels off for the Bears. I got the Commanders beating Chicago on Thursday Night Football. But they bounce back at home against the Minnesota Vikings, and then they lose to the Raiders. Seems like the Raiders beat them pretty good, but here they barely escape. Garoppolo wants to go home and beat the Bears again, and I think he does. Against the Chargers, I do got Justin Herbert winning that. Hey, Christian Taylor, $5 donor. Hello, Justin Rocher. I truly had an amazing time in London for AEW All-In. What an experience. Hope to go next year as well. Too sweet, guys.
Hey, too sweet. Chris, how's it?
Oh.
So you were there at All In. That is awesome, man. It looked like a great crowd, tons of fun, and you're sold for next year, huh?
Let's go.
Nice. That's awesome. I'm glad you got to go and have a good time, man. A great time.
Thank you, buddy, for the 5. Good
Hell
shit,
yeah.
man.
That's awesome. Hey, what up, JB Taylor?
JB Taylor, what's up, man?
We'll see you in about an hour.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Go ahead, Roach.
Okay, so let's see. Well, here at week 9, they go into New Orleans against the Saints. I do got New Orleans pull off that win, but that's definitely a game I think the Bears could win. Thursday Night Football. The Bears have the Carolina Panthers first-round pick, and they help themselves out at home by beating the Panthers. And in week 11, they do lose to the Lions, and they end the bye week with a 2-game losing streak as they lose in prime time against Kirk Cousins. Wow. Out of the bye week, another divisional game. They do beat the Lions. And in week 15 in Cleveland, as not like Josh mentioned the other day, it's not going to be as bad as we saw a couple years ago. On a Saturday, I do think the Browns win that game. Bears easily beat the Cardinals. They beat the Falcons, lose in week 18 to the Packers. And Josh, I got your Bears at 8-9 for the year.
8-9.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So the box of profits is 6-11. Bears, Justin Fields. You cannot afford to be a running back first, quarterback second. That's such a tiring, cliche, horrible, wrong thing to say about Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
Now, ask yourself. Yeah, actually, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're going to believe what you want to believe. Justin Fields is a damn good quarterback. And the fact that he had to run for his life and make things happen is because we've had a shit offensive line. Our offensive line had been terrible throughout his development. Last year, things started coming together pretty nicely for the offensive line, like better than it had been. And I think this year it's going to take another step. But Justin Fields he's been doing what he needs to do. Mm-hmm. So what could you ask,
Exactly.
And I think he's going to prove this, put some of this to rest this year about, he's a running back, he can't throw the ball. Like, that's what he did in college. Like, he's not a run first quarterback like that. Mm-mm. Like, he could throw the rock. And now that he's got a legit wide receiving core, now that he's got a guy like DJ Moore, he's going to show that. And that's what he's going to have to do. He's just going to have to prove it. That's what he's got to do. You got to prove it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So here comes my record prediction. Are you guys ready for the bias?
Yes, sir.
All right. Here we go. First week, I'm taking the Bears over the Green Bay Packers. Week 2, give me the Bears over the Bucs. Week 3, I'm taking the Chiefs. Week 4, we could win this game, but I'll go with the Donkeys. Week 5, I'll give it to the Commanders, although that's a winnable game. That's a winnable game. Last year, when we last played the Commanders, it was really close.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna give it to Minnesota. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4 game losing streak for us right there. Week 7, I'll have us over the Raiders. Week 8, I'll take the Chargers. Week 9, I'll take the Saints.
Okay.
Give me the Bears over the Panthers, and that's a big one right there because we want the Panthers to lose as much as possible.
Yeah.
Detroit, I'll take Lions week 11. Week 12, like I said, I have this win in the bright lights against Minnesota. Off of the bye week, give me the Bears over the Lions.
Okay.
Week 15, give me Cleveland. Week 16, I got the Bears. 17, I got the Bears over the Falcons. And it ends with us being with us splitting the season with the Green Bay Packers week 18.
Okay.
So this also brings my record to 8-9 for the Chicago Bears.
Okay.
That's good enough to be third place in the division. I have a really tight NFC North here. I got Minnesota winning the division, 9-8, even though Detroit's also 9-8 because of how it plays out. Minnesota wins the division. Detroit finishes second. And then I got the Chicago Bears finishing third and the Green Bay Packers finishing last. But you know what? Like I said, there's a lot of upside with all of these teams. Green Bay, Chicago, Minnesota, Detroit. I think it could be really interchangeable here. If the Chicago Bears, they see the progression that we think we could see with Justin Fields and this offensive line. Who knows? Maybe the Bears put up 10 wins this year.
Yes, sir.
But I'll say I have closer towards my ceiling with the Chicago Bears. And my floor, I'm going to go with 6 wins. I'm going to go with 6 wins. I know for some people, a lot of people have the Bears at 6-11, and that's fine. I think we're definitely a better team than we were last year. And we have an easier schedule going into this season with a better team. So I'm taking Chicago at 8-9.
And for me, actually, due to my tiebreakers, I got the Lions winning the division, Minnesota at 9-8 second, Bears 8-9 third, and the Packers fourth at 7-10.
I don't care if the Bears make the playoffs this year. Just want Justin Fields to keep healthy and progress. That's exactly right. I don't have the Bears making the playoffs, and I'm fine with not making the playoffs because that's exactly what I'm in agreement with you on. It's about progressing this team. Our young defense. Let's see what this linebacking core looks like. It's all brand new, and with the exception of Jack Sanborn, our pass rush is not going to be very good. It doesn't look good going into this year. That's our biggest question mark. But the progression of this team, this young team, that's the most important thing, and staying healthy.
I'm really looking forward to your Bears' linebacking core this year, man. I think it's going to be fucking sick.
Yep.
So fucking sick.
So there you have it. There's our record predictions for the NFC North. God, imagine if the Bears just won the North, though. Imagine, though.
What would you do?
I don't know. I just go fucking crazy. I just start breaking things.
Oh, fuck.
I just start breaking things.
Hell yeah, baby. Like it says, everybody's floor is 0 wins, and everybody's ceiling is 17 wins. Huh? I love it, man.
Bears are going 6-11. Sorry, Josh. There's nothing I feel be sorry about. I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about that.
That's right. I mean, the Bears had the number 1 pick last year. I think they'll be fine with going 6-11.
Well, I mean, like,
fine.
If we're 6-11,
yeah,
but we looked really good. Like, we were in a lot of games. Like, if we're in that game again against Kansas City, like if we lost by, a touchdown or less,
yeah,
like that would be huge. I think we would be going into the next season with a lot of hype,
Sir.
So.
Hey, Tyler Zill, $3 fist bump. Let's go. Thank you, bro.
Tyler, thank you, dude. Thank you, man.
Appreciate you, man.
What if those games are blowouts? If we got blown out, then that would suck. Then things went terribly wrong. That goes for any team.
Yeah. But I just don't think they will. I think Justin Fields is going to really have the Bears in a lot of games this year, man. I'm hyped about this dude.
Josh, the Bears could go 10-7 with those. Some of those are winnable games. Yeah, like we could beat the Commanders there. We could beat the Donkeys.
Yep.
They're 10-7 right there.
Yes, sir. Easily they could do that. Easily.
Those 2 games right there. We beat those 2 teams. If everything else played out like I'm hoping, then yeah, we could win 10 games. We could win 10 games.
And 10 could be good enough to win his division this year. It really could. It really could. DJ Moore's going to go off this year? Hell yeah, he is, man. I wish I had him in fantasy, though. I do.
I hope so, mofo. God, I really want that win.
The Donkeys.
I want that win.
Look, Russell
and
Wilson,
the one against Commanders. We got to clap them back, too.
Yeah. It's crazy they put that. I know that game was terrible last year, but it's crazy they put that game on Thursday Night Football again.
Mm-hmm. Nick, how you feeling at the hospital, man?
Yeah, hopefully feeling better, brother. Hopefully feeling better. Hi, how's it going?
If you haven't done so, join our Pick'em group on ESPN. Rocha will drop the link in the chat right now. Join our Pigskin Pick'em group. Pick against me, pick against Roach, and everybody else throughout the season.
Who can win it? I'm gonna win it. Let's see who can come in second.
Josh, what do you think about Mooney this season? Well, Mooney went into training camp looking like he's in the best shape of his life. I mean, he put on some muscle. He looks more motivated than ever. It was a disappointing year last year with that offense with Mooney. And I think if he's put the work in with DJ Moore to take some of the pressure off, I think Mooney could have tremendous upside, a resurgence with Justin Fields.
Yes, sir. I mean, there was so much hype about him going into last year. I know he disappointed, but I think with DJ Morgan and a lot of the probably double teams, Mooney could be a lot open more this year.
Either him, Tunyon, Cole Kmet.
Yes, sir.
Khalil Herbert. I think he's going to do a lot better than what some people think. I think Khalil Herbert is he's deserving of the starting running back role, and which is why the Chicago Bears were just perfectly fine with letting David Montgomery go. Because this running back core is pretty nice. It's pretty nice right now. I like it. Khalil Herbert, Deontay Foreman, and Rashawn Johnson.
Dude, Brian says, hey, guys, I got the Bears going 12 wins this year. Jeez. That'd be something, man.
2 sides of the bow, though. Yep, that's literally what I talked about earlier.
Yeah.
So literally what I talked about earlier. The biggest upside with the Chicago Bears is our offense. That's the biggest thing. Our defense, I told you, I said it earlier, our biggest question mark is on our defense and our defensive line. Our pass rush, it's probably not going to be all that great this year. Probably not good at all.
But it's that defense is just so young, man, and it's got a lot of talent on it.
It's still young. The secondary still young.
Yeah.
And our linebacking core is all brand new.
Yep.
Even though I feel pretty good about it, it's brand new with the exception of Jack Sanborn. So we got stuff to prove there. Daniel Guerrero says, what do you say? I want Detroit to win the division as much as I like Justin Fields. I just want Lions to finally win the division because they haven't won the division since 1993.
God damn. That's crazy. It's been that long.
Detroit Lions.
Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked if Jared Goff regressed this year and went back to what we saw in the final years of the Rams. I hope not, though.
Ooh, that would be tough.
Yes.
That would be tough.
Apparently, they were one of the teams severely on Trey Lance. Like, they really fucking wanted him, but didn't want to give up that 4th round pick. God, he would have been nice back there.
Well, if they were really high on Trey Lance, they weren't willing to give up a 4th round pick.
They're one of the teams.
That doesn't really make much sense to me. We're really high on this guy who went top end in the draft that's got so much potential. He only got 4 starts. Man, if he just was behind one of the best offensive lines, if he had a guy like Jameson Williams and fucking Amon-Ra St. Brown to throw the ball to, imagine the potential this guy has. Get the fuck out. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. You were really high on Trey Lance, but they weren't willing to give up a 4th round pick?
That's what the report was. They were one of the
That
teams
don't make no damn sense.
really in on him.
If you're really high on Lance and you think he's still got legit potential to be a starting quarterback in this league, a 4th-round pick, I don't think is a crazy price.
I
Cowboys
agree.
paid for it, and
Yep.
I think that was a good move for them.
Mhm.
You know, in case they have to move on from Dak Prescott eventually, if they can develop Trey Lance and he shows his potential with the Dallas Cowboys,
Yes, sir.
that's a fucking huge dub for them. A 4th-round
agree.
price, that's it.
Yes, sir. But just 4th pick is too valuable. Shit.
And if Trey Lance does end up being a really damn good quarterback for Dallas, not only does it still look really, really bad for you guys, but if that is true, that the Lions were really high, but they weren't willing to give a 4th-round pick, then that's what I mean. That's what I mean by Detroit will always Detroit.
Yeah.
They'll fucking tease you, but then they'll just be Detroit. They'll always just be Detroit.
The little brothers of the NFC North.
It does make sense. Remember, it's still the Lions front office full of dumbasses. I believe it. Oh man, like that. I'm saying like the thought process of it. Like I'm not surprised that the Detroit Lions, do that or do anything dumb or wrong, but the thought process makes no sense. Like we're really high on them. A 4th-round pick, we're out.
Fucking Lions, man. Fucking Lions. Goff got carried to the Super Bowl. I mean, Goff was great that year, Arturo. He was great that year.
I have a feeling that Flus will find a way to fix y'all's defensive line, Josh. That's the hope, man. And he could do it. He could do it with us. And if he does, man, that'd be great. That'd be great. And if we eventually do, I'm just throwing this out there. If we do end up trading for Chris Jones from the Kansas City Chiefs, that's a pretty big anchor.
Fuck yeah, man. Golly. Because they put him on the PUP list today, so, he's not going to report. He's not going to report. Goff did get carried to the Super Bowl, Rocha. He got carried to the Super Bowl on the team bus. Oh, my God, Jed Lockett.
Is Trey Lance trade just as bad as the Russell Wilson trade? Trey Lance trade will go down as one of the worst trades. 3 first-rounders you gave up to trade up and get this guy, and it doesn't work out. Real quickly, it just doesn't work out. And it will look even worse if he does end up being still a good quarterback, a starting quarterback elsewhere.
Yes, sir. It sucks. It's not going to hurt as much if Brock Purdy is as good as we think he is, but it's still just awful with what we gave up. Just awful. We missed out on Rodgers and Brady. Everybody missed out on Brady. He went in the goddamn 7th round. Rodgers is different. Yes, we should have went him at 1 instead of
you should have went Rodgers. Yeah, like it's not comparable with the Brady. Like you said, what did Brady go? 6th round, 7th round,
7th round. Yeah,
7th round. No one thought he was going to be a starting quarterback.
No,
except for I don't even know if the Patriots really did either. That they saw the potential there. They molded him into what he eventually became. But yeah,
should have went Rodgers, man.
Aaron Rodgers though, falling like that.
Should have went Rodgers, man. Don't get me wrong, I loved Alex Smith, but he ain't no Aaron Rodgers.
I just remember watching Aaron Rodgers play and thinking, oh, this fucking guy's special. Oh, this guy is fucking special. He is going to kill our asses for the rest of his career.
Fuck.
Like, as soon as I saw him play, I'm like, this is a bad motherfucker right here. And I cannot believe this is what they are going to transition into from the Brett Favre era. Like, we're not going to catch a break. That's exactly how I felt right off the hop with Aaron Rodgers in the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
I don't feel that way with Jordan Love.
Thank God. Let's be honest, the Raiders made Brady's career. Well, I guess you could say the refs made his. Yeah. It's crazy, man, how that changed history.
Wasn't he at the Cowboys and Raiders game?
Yes, he was. Yes.
Mm.
Because remember, he's minority owner of the Raiders now.
What? I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? No, yeah, he has a minority stake in them.
No shit.
Yeah, that's why. Like, there's rumors that he wants to come back to play. What people think so, but you can't be an owner of a team and play at the same time.
Yeah, that's definitely not happening.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. What? Dude, that's ironic as hell, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's ironic as hell. Yep. Shit.
I think during like the summer he got a minority stake in them.
Imagine. So that means if the Raiders win a Super Bowl, Brady's going to get another ring as a minority owner.
Yeah.
With the Raider logo on it.
Fucking Raider logo, brother.
Brady will have a Super Bowl ring with a Raider on it.
How ironic is that?
As a minority owner of the Raiders.
Yes, sir.
Holy shit. That'd be a trip.
That'd be just crazy, man.
That would be a trip.
That would be something crazy, man. Oh my goodness. Y'all weren't trading for Rodgers. Y'all had birth. Yeah, I know those rumors about us. Remember a couple of years ago during that draft where Rodgers was rumored to get traded. I remember so many Niners fans like, let's do it. I was like, dude, we're not going to do it. We got Trey Lance.
If you haven't done so, smack that like. This is our last record prediction video or live stream. Join our Eliminator Challenge as well.
Yes, sir.
We'll drop the link to that in the chat. Mofo says, then I'll forgive him. And then it comes full circle with Tom Brady and the Raiders.
It does. It does, man.
Patrick with a $2 donation from Canada. Hello, Patrick. Here's the Bears still suck. Well, let me tell you something, Patrick. We're going to see you week 1, brother. Week 1 at Soldier Field. It's going down. Bear down. I'll see you week 1, Patrick.
Let's go 2 weeks, man. 2 weeks. No, less than 2 weeks, excuse me.
Yes, sir. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, man. Let's go. We could have traded our picks for Rodgers to the trade. Yeah, but again, at the time we had Garoppolo, and I just think the Niners were willing to do that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, CPO. Oh, I also saw that Gibson was cut by the Bears.
Oh, your pass rusher?
After he requested a trade, he got cut.
Wow. Okay.
He was cut.
See where he ends up. Yeah, there's a couple of big-time names out there now here on the free agent market.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to...
Speaking of cuts, the Patriots, they got rid of their fucking quarterbacks.
Yeah, they have one quarterback on the roster at the moment. What?
They got rid of Zappy and that other dude.
And Malik Cunningham.
So what's going to happen now? I mean, the Patriots got to go get a quarterback. Are they going to go after a PJ Walker or a Colt McCoy who got cut?
Because he's a veteran. Yeah, I couldn't believe that. Like, when I saw Zappy was waived, I was like, wait, what? I was like, okay, well, they got Malik Cunningham. I guess they like him. And then they fucking cut him, too. I was like, what the fuck?
Zappy, no happy? Okay, JB.
Jesus Christ, JB Taylor.
Bro, Bucks should go get Zappy. That's actually not a bad idea.
Ooh, yeah. Because right now it's Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask. They're quarterbacks. I don't know if they have a
Baker Mayfield's got about 3-4 weeks, I'd say, before he loses his job.
To fucking Kyle Trask.
I like Baker too, man. I like Baker.
Yeah, I have nothing against the dude. He just can't play, man. He just can't play. No, my boy Baker is the future. Shut up, future. Stupid, man. Stupid. No, they were signed Zappy back. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked enough just maybe like placing somebody on the 53-man IR roster on the IR and end up getting Zappy back.
Lauren wants to know, are we going to stream Giants and Niners Thursday Night Football?
I will actually be going. That is our home opener. I will be at that game.
What week is that? Week 3.
That's Trey. I'll be at that game. Hey, what's up, D? This is Joe. Josh Roach is set in stone. that JT will be out till at least week 5.
Yeah, no one was going to trade a first-round pick to the Indianapolis Colts, so he's on the PUP list. He's out the first 4 weeks, and I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't play at all this year.
Same.
I wouldn't be surprised if JT doesn't play this year. I wouldn't be surprised if Kyler Murray doesn't play at all this year. At all.
Same.
They just sit.
God, if Kyler doesn't play, that team might win like maybe 1 or 2 games.
And that's what they want.
Yeah.
That's what they want. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do.
Caleb Williams, you are an Arizona Cardinal. Always have love for Baker. He helped change our franchise. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he led you guys to the playoffs, man. He led you guys, 10 minutes away for going to an AFC Championship game. You guys didn't choke Chad Henne. God damn it. Deion Jackson's a sleeper fantasy pickups. So JB Taylor telling y'all, well, he's going to be you guys your starting running back, bro. Deion. It was Deion. I thought it was Dean. Okay, Deion. Yeah, I'll definitely probably be targeting him late in drafts.
Guys, we're going to be live in about 27 minutes for a baseball stream. We got the Giants taking on the Cincinnati Reds. That should be a really good game.
Yes,
they got their rookie on the mound, Brandon Williamson.
Williamson? Yes, sir. Yeah, Williamson.
And you guys got Alex Cobb tonight on the mound.
We got Alex Cobb, man. It's going to be a really fun pitching matchup tonight. So join us, baby.
We'll be live with JB Taylor.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's been a while since we've had the Triple J show.
Yes, sir. I'm excited, man. Let's go. It's going to be a fun night.
It's been, I honestly don't know the last time I've done a play-by-play with you guys.
Let's see. The sports series. Last time
I did a play-by-play, I think it was about 3 weeks ago. Over 3 weeks ago.
Last time you did. The last time us 3 were together was 3 weeks ago. Yeah. Holy shit, time flies, man. Goddamn. It's been a long while. Gonna be a good time. It's always a good time around here. What? Josh Roach, name a bigger bust than Johnny Manziel.
Jordan, what's his name? Russell.
Jamarcus Russell.
Jamarcus Russell.
Yep.
I don't know. It's tough between those two because neither one of them gave a shit.
They didn't.
Neither one of them were professional at all.
The only difference was Jamarcus Russell was number 1 and Manziel was like 22 or something.
Oh, so yeah. Number 1 overall pick. That dude had so much potential, man. He was a killer. He
was.
But then he went to the NFL and didn't give a fuck.
Did not care, man. Sorry, mofo. Sorry, Raider fans. Yeah. Have you guys seen that Johnny Manziel doc? I have not, but I heard it's really good.
I've seen some clips, and it just made me mad. Like, what an asshole that dude was. What a dick. But also at the same time, like, he was battling stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he had some addictions, and that's always tough, man, you know? But just his attitude about certain things that rubbed me the wrong way. Rubbed everybody the wrong way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You guys, we see. What's up, King Esteban? How you doing, bro?
I don't know what he's doing in his life right now. Hopefully, you know, he's cleaned up or whatever, and you know, move past that stuff.
I might be wrong, but wasn't he doing college football, like post game stuff? College football fans a couple of years ago. I might be wrong about that. I might totally be wrong. Who's the bigger bust between Johnny Manziel and Jamarcus Russell? Ryan Leaf. Ooh, that's a good one.
Ryan Leaf, I'm gonna give that dude some slack. I mean, he was a baller coming out of college, right? Like, I remember that draft. I distinctly remember that draft. And I remember looking at Ryan Leaf and going, man, this guy is really good. And the Colts it seemed like they were torn, right? And I'll tell you this, the fans really wanted Leaf.
Yep.
They did not want Manning over Leaf. A lot of the Colts fans. And, you know, at least he tried. He was a bust. You know, he had attitude problems. Like, he would go into these rage modes. But at least he fucking opened his playbook and studied it.
He studied it. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Understandable back then. Leaf was a baller in college. Tim Couch was a pretty bad bust too for the Browns.
Oh, the Browns, the Bears. We've had some quarterback busts.
Trey Lance for us now. Fuck.
But I think Cleveland took more shots at quarterback in the draft than we have.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say. We would tend to have this attitude of like, it doesn't really matter who our quarterback is, as long as he's serviceable. What we do is play defense and we run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need higher caliber quarterback.
Yeah,
like that was Chicago's attitude for the longest time, until you just could not get away with that anymore.
Yeah,
with how the league turned around.
Now it's offense first type league. Mofo says, I was pissed off drafting Russell. I wanted Megatron.
Woo!
Man.
Imagine having Megatron.
Right? One of the greatest receivers of all time, man. He was a beast. Angels, you fucking suck. Fuck.
Raiders passed on Rodgers for Fabian Washington. And then we passed on Megatron for Russell.
That's tough, man. I don't even know who the fuck Fabian Washington is.
I bet if I go back and look at all the people that the Bears missed on, it'd be pretty sad.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yep.
I feel that. Fuck, man. They need an AB documentary? Oh, God.
I'm sure there will be one.
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be one. When it comes to CTE, we tend to learn about a particular person after they're dead.
Yeah.
AB is like a huge case where we all figure he's got it, and he's got it really bad right now, and we all know it. He knows it.
Yep. Definitely knows it. I remember when the Bears used to have Kyle Orton, says Lord.
Kyle Orton. Yep.
Swapped him for Jay Cutler to the Broncos.
Yep. Do you think Tom Brady will be an announcer? Didn't he have a deal in place?
He's supposed to start next season with Fox as their lead.
2024.
2024. Yeah. Okay. I think he's going to join Kevin Burkhardt as their lead analysis color commentator. There we go, Miha. That's how you say it. The difference between the Browns and the Bears, at least y'all got good defenses. We were just battled around. We had some bright spots.
Yeah, you guys had some pretty good squads that I was really high on that didn't really play out. But hey, going into this year, I'm on that train again, man. I like the Browns going into the season.
Yes, sir.
I do.
Ooh, Arturo brought up another good one, another good bust. Justin Blackman, that wide receiver from the Jaguars.
Justin Blackman. Damn, I forgot all about that dude.
That dude was so fucking good his first couple of years, man.
Who would be the biggest bust wide receiver?
Ooh.
People usually don't talk about bust wide receivers too much.
Yeah.
They always talk about quarterbacks,
running backs,
running backs,
pass rushers.
Yeah. Who were some bust ass wide receivers?
Trying to just think of the top of my head.
That wide receiver for the Lions and Cowboys. Roy Williams?
Roy Williams?
Roy Williams? Something like that. Shit.
Laquan Treadwell. He was a high draft pick, by the Vikings. Both these. Danny Gray. What? Danny Gray's like a third-round pick, Lord.
I hope so, Future. Let's do it.
Kevin White.
Yeah. Now, with him, it was more so with the injuries, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But, man, we were fourth overall pick. We took him.
Out of Western Kentucky, I believe. No. Out of Western Virginia. He was so good.
God, man.
He had so much potential.
Henry Ruggs.
That's,
of his own doing.
Yes, his own stupid undoing. Reggie really. Oh yeah, so Reggie Williams is motherfucker. He's also with the Jags.
Reggie Williams.
Okay, no, okay. Remember to the bus. He was just a beast on the field, or well, I mean, he didn't show too much potential on the field. Yeah, they just didn't unlock him. Charles Rogers for the Lions was year. They thought they were getting a stud, and he flopped. Oh yeah. Jamie Taylor said the same thing. Charles Rogers. Okay.
But who was that wide receiver that you were talking about, Arturo? Was it Roy Williams?
Was it Reggie Williams? AJ Jenkins? Yeah, Jason. AJ Jenkins was later in the draft. Or later in the first round. Like 29th or whatever we were. Yeah, Arturo says I think Roy something.
Roy Williams. It was Roy Williams.
Okay.
Yeah, Detroit traded him to the Dallas Cowboys at one point.
Okay. That's where I know him from on the Cowboys.
Hey, you know who was a really good wide receiver?
Who?
That I liked? Miles Austin. That's a random wide receiver that I liked. I liked Miles Austin.
Yeah, he was really good, man. He was our wide receiver coach for a little bit when Shanahan came over. Mike Williams could be Mike Williams 10th overall 2005. That one I don't know.
Yeah.
But the current Mike Williams could be saying he's a bust because he was a first round pick. Just never gonna stay healthy.
Oh, we're gonna go ahead and head out, guys. So that way we can get ready for the next stream. We'll be live in 17 minutes for Giants and the Cincinnati Reds.
Let's go.
So we'll see you guys here pretty soon. The stream is already scheduled, ready to go. Yep. So if you guys want to go wait for us there, we'll be live in about 16 minutes. Okay.
Let's go. See you guys then.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching all of these record predictions, all the divisions. We really appreciate that, man. And I can't wait for the season.
Let's go, baby.
Thank you. See you guys. See you soon.